In this instalment, I'm continuing with my Property Nightmare series and telling you real stories about real investors whose property investing experiences have been anything other than smooth. Hopefully, by hearing these stories, you'll be one step closer to protecting yourself. Let's meet Sue and Gary. Sue and Gary committed to buy an off-the-plan luxury holiday apartment for $1.6 million. Finance was approved and the investors secured the property with a deposit bond. They were given a verbal completion date of 3 years and advised that the value would double in that time. A year after construction had started, the builder finished the property 2 years early. He demanded settlement. At that time, interest rates had soared and the luxury apartment market was suffering from a massive oversupply. The purchasers contacted the approving bank to finalise their loan, but their file couldn't be located. They were invited to apply again, but this time, due to the change in rates and the borrowing conditions, they failed to satisfy serviceability criteria and were declined. The property was on a company title, so those banks which would consider taking the property as security would only provide a low loan-to-valuation ratio and accept standard residential rent rather than the higher holiday rental amount. The investors contacted a local property manager to discover that their property could lease for $650 a week on the open market. Add to that astronomical body corporate fees and high maintenance costs, and the yield begins to look pretty bad. They did seek legal advice before going into this agreement, but were told by their lawyer that the contract was airtight. What did they do wrong? Buying off the plan to sell prior to settlement is risky and speculative. It relies on growing markets, and this is a naive expectation. They should have asked for the soonest possible completion date and inserted a clause into the contract preventing a request for early settlement. Investors need to know that they're free to request any additional clauses in a contract that they want. Finance approval must be in writing and contain clauses which relate to the length of time till settlement if buying off the plan. Even then, these days almost all banks will want to reapprove finance, and so off-the-plan buyers must be confident of their ability to meet any new borrowing conditions which may apply in the future. Niche market property like this should only ever be bought if there's a viable second-end use. That is, if buying, say, a tourism property, the ability to switch to standard residential leasing and still remain financially viable must be examined prior to committing. You can go a long way toward protecting yourself in any property deal by following a few simple rules. Only take advice from those with formal qualifications to give it. Be wary of those selling you a property. They will not be providing you with independent advice, and you must seek additional advice from unrelated parties. Fully explore any alternative structures being suggested to you, such as companies or trusts, for all contingencies, and check with the tax office as to whether they are happy with the structure. Check all income forecasts against current market rent and future planned supply. Verify all facts provided by the seller in relation to the area and its future prognosis. Ask counsel, check stats, and survey local property managers. Buy only that type of property which suits your own risk profile. When buying off the plan, ensure you have the capacity to complete the deal before signing a contract. Take full responsibility for the due diligence yourself. Check facts, then check again. Never sign until you have completed all 8 steps and after you've given yourself suitable time to consider. There'll always be another deal around the corner if you miss out. Bad investments are obvious even before you buy them. It's usually those people who don't take the time to become fully informed who end up being burned by a dodgy deal. Take your time, do lots of research, and consider more than one opportunity at a time, and you'll remain protected and make better investing decisions. Hi there, I'm Margaret Lomas. You might remember me from my Sky News Business Property Show days, and I wanted to tell you a bit more about a fabulous new service that we're offering property investors. It's called Property Match, and it collects the important data about property, such as vacancy rates, population statistics, demographics, supply-demand metrics, intrinsic growth drivers, and return on investment to match you with the right property. By taking into account your personal needs for cash flow and growth, Property Match utilises machine learning to forecast future growth potential and hunt down the most appropriate area and property for your circumstances. No one else has the capabilities that we have, and no other company has the experience needed to make sure that you get it right. Give us a call today or go to our website mypropertymatch.com.au to find out how we can help you.